Yo, what up, Street Dogs? There, Kim. So, the thought. Why live a more exciting life? So, this is kind of an interesting thought to me because a lot of us, we watch these movies and, we kind of wish we were Tom Cruise or Brad Pitt or Christopher Bale or whoever superhero you is. And the question I have is, why do we aspire to become like these superheroes? So, this is my thought. I think typically we want a more exciting life because an exciting life essentially means a life combined with a little bit of danger, uncertainty, novelty, and so forth. And typically we disdain the normal, the regular, and we disdain the boring and the average. Now, what I find very interesting right now is that reality right now is probably the most interesting, exciting thing because, you think about COVID, right? It is unpredictable, it is dangerous, it is scary, and perhaps that's what makes it interesting. Now, certainly no one wants to die in real life, but, if you watch these superhero movies, all these superheroes and all these, action movies, they're all actually putting themselves in like real life danger where, they're being tested and they could literally die. And some superheroes do die. Like if you watch the Avengers movies, Iron Man, right? And so I find things to be a little bit ironic in the sense that, it looks like most of us wanted a more exciting, adventurous, scary life, and we got it, and now we don't want it no more. So what is we to do about it? So this is my thought. Basically, treat your life like a movie. At this point, yeah, I think real life is the most interesting, weird kind of bizarre movie, and it's one of those things where the greatest act of courage we can have now is just leaving our houses, going on walks, kind of seeing what's going around and in real life, going to the grocery store and whatever it may be, and to not stay locked up indoors. And I was thinking, I'm like, what is the point of watching movies, art, stuff like that? And certainly the best artwork or the best films or the best whatevers is a stimulus for us to live more of our real lives. And so for myself, I like to watch movies here and there, just enough to re-inspire me to go out and live life, to go out and make photos and to do stuff. Even when it comes to studying the photographs of other photographers, it's not about like deifying these great photographers and enjoying their photos for some sort of visual sensual pleasure. It's using their photos as a stimulus for me to go out and shoot more of my own photos. And I feel like this is the most interesting life goal. And so maybe right now could just be a chance for us to be a little more honest with ourselves. Is like, what do we really want out of life and stuff like that? Like, do we really truly want a more exciting, interesting life? Or do we prefer to live a more quote-unquote safe life? But typically, a safer life is a boringer life. And I don't know, to live a boring life seems kind of boring to me. And Nietzsche says this is like, the secret to extract the maximum out of existence is to live the most dangerous life possible. And I think he kind of was onto something. yeah, now that the weather's starting to get nice and stuff like that, maybe it's right now is the prime opportunity for us to actually go out, experience more of the real world, and to share with others. Because certainly us as artists, we get so much joy sharing our artworks with others. Like, if like I could only shoot photos or videos and never share with nobody else, to me it'd feel a little bit pointless. It's like, certainly there's a great joy in which we get in creating stuff, documenting stuff, documenting art, and sharing with other people's. And like, maybe when we share our artworks or share the things we make, it's kind of like this affirmation that we exist, this affirmation that we saw something and witnessed it. And also, maybe we should not think about it too much, is that like, yeah, maybe we're just kind of like kids. We like to share stuff for the sake of sharing stuff. And even for me now, I'm less interested about, like, you know, staying quote consistent with whatever I do. It's more of like, how can I stay interested? How can I stay motivated? How can I keep making stuff? How can I keep going? And I think the principal life is movement. And another rando thought I had was, I actually think in some ways in life pain is a good thing, where, like, for example, if I'm sitting all day or standing all day or, you know, lying down all day, I kind of get bad back pain. And actually that back pain motivates me to move. It actually motivates me to get off my ass and to do stuff. And I think that's kind of a good thing. So maybe it's not necessarily the avoidance of pain for the sake of avoidance of pain. It's more of avoiding the type of pain, or maybe it's like knowing that life is about pain and there could be good pains and bad pains. And the bad pains are the chronic pains, which, you know, don't do nothing useful for you, but maybe the good pains could actually be the stimuli. So even if you think about like the effect of coffee and caffeine, essentially it's a poison which, you know, stimulates us to move. So I think that's definitely a good pain. And maybe the pain of boredom is also a good thing, because the pain of boredom also motivates us to move, to walk, to think, to wander, to see and to explore. So yeah, let's just be honest with ourselves. Ask yourself, do I want to live a more interesting life or not? And if you really want to live a more interesting life, go out and seize it.